October 3rd, 2025. A day that will go down as one of the strangest in modern space history. On this morning, as the sun climbed over the red horizon of Mars, something entered its sky. Fast, bright, and completely unknown. NASA's Deep Space Network, normally alive with telemetry and coded signals, suddenly went quiet. Terminals froze. Mission control screens flickered, then went black. For almost an hour, humanity's eyes on Mars were blind, and when the data finally came back, a single image appeared. It didn't come from NASA's or any Earth-based observatory. It came from an interstellar traveler, a visitor from beyond the solar system, known as 3I/ATLAS. The object had just passed closer to Mars than anything of its kind ever recorded. And what it revealed left scientists speechless. Was it a comet? A fragment of something older than the planets themselves? Or had Mars just reflected something far more mysterious? Something the universe wanted us to see? Before we reveal what 3I/ATLAS truly captured, make sure you're subscribed, because what happened on October 3rd, 2025 could change how we see Mars forever. We first heard the name 3I/ATLAS in early 2025. It was only the third confirmed object ever known to have entered our solar system from interstellar space, after Oumuamua and Comet Borisov. But 3I/ATLAS was different. It wasn't just fast, it was surgical. Moving nearly 60 kilometers per second, its orbit sliced neatly through the inner solar system on a trajectory that would carry it startlingly close to Mars. Astronomers called it a once-in-a-century chance to study an object from another star system up close, a snapshot of the cosmic debris between worlds. NASA had multiple spacecraft ready to watch. Perseverance on the surface, MAVEN in orbit, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter scanning from above. But just as 3I/ATLAS reached its closest point, politics on Earth interfered. A federal funding dispute triggered a partial government shutdown, freezing updates from dozens of NASA channels. Servers were idled, data posts suspended. For planetary scientists, it felt like flying blind at the moment that mattered most. Luckily, Mars isn't a one-nation world anymore. The European Space Agency, China's Tianwen-1, and the UAE Hope Orbiter all kept their instruments online. They would become our only eyes in that crucial window, as 3I/ATLAS swept past Mars on October 3rd. And what those orbiters captured over the next 48 hours would ignite the biggest interplanetary mystery since Oumuamua. At 3:17 UTC, the Perseverance rover's SkyCam recorded something unusual, a thin, diagonal streak slicing across the Martian sky. At first, it looked like a cosmic ray artifact, a glitch. But 9 minutes later, it appeared again, moving far too quickly, yet perfectly consistent with the predicted path of 3I/ATLAS. When amateur astronomers stitched the rover's frames together, the motion was unmistakable. A bright, elongated object traversing Mars's thin atmosphere, not entering it, but racing across the backdrop of stars. On Earth, we confirmed it wasn't a meteor or satellite. Its velocity and trajectory matched the interstellar visitor exactly. And then came the close image, downloaded not from NASA, but from ESA's Mars Express. In false color composite, the object glowed a deep emerald green, wrapped in a faint circular haze almost 50 times wider than the nucleus itself. No tail, no debris stream, just a spherical halo, dense, uniform, and unnervingly symmetrical. Typical comets vent gas unevenly, forming tails that stretch millions of kilometers. 3I/ATLAS didn't. Its emission was steady, almost engineered. Scientists described it as ionized plasma, possibly generated by volatile materials interacting with solar radiation. Yet the uniform symmetry hinted at something else. Maybe reflective surfaces or metallic scattering. That was speculation, the 10% we can't ignore. Could it have been an object with flat panels, a fractured shell, a probe casing from a civilization older than ours? We don't know, but the spectral data was strange. Infrared readings from China's Tianwen-1 showed rapid brightness fluctuations, as if sunlight was glinting off structured edges. Meanwhile, ESA's polarimetric sensors detected polarization inconsistent with dust or ice, suggesting materials with higher electrical conductivity. Still, official reports stayed cautious. "Unusual," said one ESA statement, "but likely natural until proven otherwise." From Mars, our vantage point was perfect. Without Earth's atmosphere blinding us, we could observe the interstellar traveler against the crimson backdrop of another world. For the first time, humanity was seeing the solar system through an alien lens, and perhaps seeing itself reflected. Then something changed. Just hours after the close image reached Earth, the data stream from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter suddenly stopped updating. NASA cited temporary bandwidth redistribution during shutdown, but researchers noticed only one folder went missing, labeled ATLAS_restricted. Independent analysts monitoring the MRO feed found a 6-hour blackout, exactly coinciding with the moment 3I/ATLAS passed behind Mars from our perspective. When the feed returned, metadata showed altered timestamps and file size mismatches. Inside the European Space Agency, a quiet leak emerged. Polarization anomalies in the 3I/ATLAS reflection were similar to high-density plasma shielding, the kind observed near artificial satellites during solar storms. And then came the strangest clue of all. The Deep Space Network station in Madrid logged a repeating pulse, a faint signal cycling every 6.8 seconds. It lasted for only 20 minutes, then vanished. No one claimed responsibility. NASA declined to comment. China and the UAE called it instrumental interference. But engineers confirmed the pulse came from the direction of Mars, not Earth. Could it have been an echo? A reflection of our own radar bouncing off 3I/ATLAS's surface? Or something transmitting back? We don't know, but the pattern was too rhythmic to ignore. If you've made it this far, hit subscribe, because what happens next may explain why Mars and 3I/ATLAS seem more connected than anyone ever expected. As of now, 3I/ATLAS is racing toward its perihelion, closest approach to the Sun. ESA and China's CNSA have already planned joint follow-ups, using their orbiters to continue optical and infrared monitoring as it brightens. NASA, still emerging from its budget paralysis, will re-enter the campaign later this year. Privately, companies like SpaceX and Rocket Lab are offering tracking support, building rapid response telescopes designed to capture fast interstellar transits in real time. Meanwhile, scientists are debating what we actually saw. One camp insists 3I/ATLAS is a fragment of an interstellar comet, its symmetry an illusion caused by head-on sunlight. Another argues the green glow comes from excited diatomic carbon, a natural but rare phenomenon. But a minority point out the metallic reflection patterns and the mysterious 6.8-second pulse. If it's natural, why so periodic? And if it's debris, where did it originate? Some even propose it could be the broken shell of an ancient probe, a relic drifting between stars for millennia, now captured by our cameras as it brushed past Mars. We'll likely find out in 2026 when the object clears the Sun's glare and the JUICE spacecraft, currently en route to Jupiter, attempts to image it again. Whatever it turns out to be, the implications are enormous. Mars, long thought to be barren and silent, has become the stage for one of humanity's strangest astronomical encounters, a mirror reflecting not just our curiosity, but also our limitations. Are we truly prepared to notice an interstellar visitor when it's right next to one of our own worlds? Or are we still too distracted by politics and shutdowns to realize when history passes us by? For generations, we've stared at Mars, our nearest neighbor, our mirror in the night sky. We've searched its valleys for signs of life, its skies for answers, but maybe Mars has been searching too. Maybe it's been waiting for a messenger from the stars, something like 3I/ATLAS, to sweep past and strip away its ancient silence. The truth is, we still don't know what that close image really shows. A comet, a fragment, a relic. All we know is that for one brief moment, Mars and something from beyond our solar system shared the same sky, and the universe let us see it. The question isn't what 3I/ATLAS is anymore. It's why now? Why did it arrive when our cameras were failing, our networks were down, and our attention was elsewhere? Maybe that's the universe reminding us. Discovery waits for no one. If you want to follow the next signal from 3I/ATLAS, subscribe, because the next image might already be on its way.